Ladies and gentlemen, in this jar, I have an alien. Its type has already conquered 38 countries across 4 continents. It is a voracious predator. It is a cannibal. It is capable of using chemical and biological warfare. It is insidious, often hiding in plain sight. By the time you've noticed it, the invasion has long since begun. This morning, I would like to show you the face of this alien, but it is alive, so don't panic. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the Harlequin ladybird. It's a ladybird, how much harm can it be? Well, an alien, let's start off with what is an alien. In invasion biology, an alien can be considered as a species which is found in an area where it was not previously known to occur. Not every alien becomes invasive. To do that, it has to spread beyond the point of introduction, which the harlequin has very, very well done. Now, the spread of invasive species has caused major problems for natural systems and for human populations. For example, the innocent-looking little harlequin has emerged as a major agricultural pest in the wine-producing regions of North America, Canada, and Europe. It is responsible for a phenomenon known as ladybug taint, and this occurs when adult beetles are harvested with the grapes and then processed, and it somewhat alters the flavor profiles of the wines. As little as 1 adult beetle per kilogram of grapes can result in flavors of asparagus, apparently, and peanuts, which makes it unpalatable to the human palate. So in Ontario, in Canada, in 2003, 1 million litres of wine had to be destroyed because ladybug taint rendered the whole lot unpalatable. Very few farmers can afford the loss of an entire harvest. It is also a problem for natural communities where it just displaces any native ladybird species that are around. It is usually bigger than them. It has a very wide dietary preference, which includes other ladybirds, by the way. And a single female can lay up to 1,000 eggs in her lifetime, and there's several generations per year. The systems are simply overrun. It also carries microsporidia, which is a pathogen that they are immune to, but native ladybird species are not. So globally, these are a big problem. Native plants and animal invaders cost billions of dollars a year to control, remove, and to remediate their effects. And along with climate change and the degradation of natural systems by human activities, invasive species are one of the greatest threats to biodiversity in the modern age. Good afternoon. So this morning I tried to frighten everyone in the room by introducing them to an alien. Now this afternoon I don't have an alien, but it does live in a world that is quite alien to most of us. This is a springtail. It's just under 2 millimeters long, and it lives in the soil, which to most of us is a dark, shadowy, and somewhat unknown world. Now, I've been working with springtails for the last few years, and I think they are just fantastic. They are living fossils, they're over 400 million years old, and they've changed very little in that intervening time. They are everywhere. They occur on every soil on Earth. They've been found on beaches. They've been found on freshly fallen snow in the Himalayas. They occur in the high frozen soils of the Arctic and in the rich forest soils in the tropics. There are even some species that spend their lives rafting on the surface of freshwater bodies. They're everywhere. And my goodness, are they abundant. In a meter square of soil, there can be 60,000 of these little creatures crawling around. And that's up to 60 species in that small area. But strangely enough, given how abundant they are, relatively little is known about these creatures. Currently we know there's about 8,000 species on Earth. That sounds like a fair amount, until you realize that that's less than 1/10 of all the estimated species that could be crawling around beneath our feet every day. There could be as many as 100,000 different species of springtails around the world. Now, springtails, as part of the soil fauna, are very important because they are part of the decomposition cycle. They break down plant and animal matter and release nutrients into the soil. And also through burrowing and turning over the soil, they contribute to the microstructure. And all of this contributes to how the fertility of the soil, how it functions, and what plants grow into it. Now, soil fauna as a whole have been largely overlooked in research for many years, mostly at the time because they're just so small, no one ever sees them. But these things are highly responsive to changes in the climate, to rainfall, to temperature. And these are all things that are becoming highly unpredictable as the climate changes around us. So more than ever, it is important to start looking above and start looking beneath our feet to ensure the future health of our soils. So grab a scoop of soil next time you're in your garden and take a really close look. Try not to get too creeped out when you see just how much of it is moving. The soil beneath your feet is marvelously, abundantly alive.